Yeah.
I'm like, do it all now.
Hey.
I'm gonna be sitting here in pain. You're not going back over there
Well,
again.
hey, I hope you like blue.
Well, it'll be cool once all this is colored in oranges and greens and shit, you know, and then the fish are all
Hey,
colored
my
in.
first tattoo artist 20 years ago, he was doing something, and I think it was like he was kind of drifting away from the print he put on my arm. You know what I'm saying? And I mentioned something kind of nicely. You know what I'm saying? And he drops his arms really hard. And he looks at me and he goes, "Dude, are you gonna completely just nitpick me the whole time?" And I looked at him and I said, "Hey, homie, you're not fucking drawing on me in crayon. This stuff doesn't come off, you know."
Yeah, I'm paying you for a service.
Yeah. Hola.
Hola.
So my buddy says does tattoos. Is all you're paying for it, so you make it the way you want it. Don't settle for what they want. If they don't want to do what you want, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Or let somebody with a homemade tattoo get a tattoo.
That's real stupidity.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. That's sick. Where do you get that?
Half of the real one over there.
Where?
On the book.
Oh,
What?
The
sticker.
Trump Punisher. There's that one on the back of the book.
Oh, we're
that I got
live. Of course, your brother's the first one watching.
You ain't got nothing better to do. Jesus. Especially the mic picked that up.
Way to make an entrance.
God damn it, Emma. Well, maybe I don't want to crop dust you, Randy.
I'm about to say, now you're gonna.
Are we going outside?
See, I stopped and it all hit me. It's like,
Are we going outside? I'll wait for you out there.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll just meet you over there. Now you crawl right through there and fucking dropping your green cloud.
My green cloud, it was definitely brown. Brown cloud?
Paint's peeling up the wall.
You're
Excuse me, I forgot to take into consideration that it was live already. Who made you go live, dude?
You
were
did.
Ready?
Some dumbass.
Way to make a trumpet entrance.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode. Yeah.
What's everybody, buddy?
What's up, everybody out there?
Hey,
in Facebook
buddy.
land? Hey, buddy. That's messed up, dude. Welcome to episode 18 of NPRC Talk with brought to you by 707 Streetcars. I'm your host, Daniel Judd. As always, I have my co-host, Ricky Bellotti, Randy Vieira with me. We just want to talk about a couple things tonight after we give some shouts out. One thing we're going to do is, let's take the body back off of this. So, I know I kind of set the rules down for Race Wars. We'll get into that in a minute. I want to give my shout outs. First, I want to give a shout out to Paul Peterson of Shark Bodies. Most of you know what he's making right now, the 5 different bodies that he offers, the NPRC world. And we really appreciate what he's doing for the sport. He does Dirt Oval too, so if you have a Dirt Oval card, check out sharkbodies.com or Shark RC Bodies Facebook page. And check out his Dirt Oval line too. You know, he started taking some of his designs with his Dirt Oval bodies that we really liked, and we thought if we tweaked him a little bit, it would work good for MPRC, and he listened, and not only did he produce these bodies for us and the rest of you guys, but he also has become a close friend over the last couple months. So, what's up, Paul, if you're watching? I want to give a shout out to Troy Schroeder at Phantom RC products, batteries, motors, power supplies, all kinds of stuff. They make great stuff. It's what we run. If you don't have any Phantom stuff yet, or you're just getting into the sport, you're looking for something to buy, go check out Phantom RC. He makes just top-notch stuff, and we earn W's with it. So the next is going to be Robert Knighton of RCTags.com, up with the KB Kings up in Washington. What's up, guys? Robert Knighton once again knocked it out last week and sent me some stickers that I had ordered from him. Some 707 Streetcars. Now, I've had a lot of vinyl done in the past, and I gotta say, this vinyl that he's using is really fine, and the weeding that he's done. And I know this is going to be crazy to get this far into a decal, but it means a lot when you want something good. The top that you peel off that grabs the sticker it just grabs the sticker perfect. There's no messing with it. I've had a lot of small, fine stuff like this where you have to like heat it up and then work it. And you don't have to do that with these. The best thing I like about it is I don't know what vinyl he's using, but it's super thin and it's super light. I've had vinyl stickers that are awesome, and then you put them on the car, and as you're putting them on, you're like, dude, that sticker's really thick. That's got to weigh a lot, especially if you put 4 or 6 of them on there. So I like that, and the guy sent him down, and I just want to say what's up to Robert Knighton of rctags.com. He makes some quality stuff. He makes a lot of stuff. He does all the little license plates and stuff that we have. Here's another example. So this is a vinyl cut. It's just the stickers actually individual pieces. It's just the black, and this is an actual print, and all the writing is in chrome. I don't know if you can see that chrome. Ooh, chrome. Ooh, I'm getting you right there, aren't I? Am I flashing you? Okay. Yeah, if you guys want some custom stuff done as far as decals and stuff, check him out. And also Justin Holt. Justin Holt's the guy that's making us these mats. What's the name of it again?
Holt's Custom Mats.
Holt's Custom Mats. And I know that's fairly new to him, and it was new to me. And I've only given him a shout out or two since we met the guy, and he made us these mats. And he came to my house actually to hand deliver them from way up north. And I spent about 20 minutes here chatting with him and his lovely wife. And they were just really, really nice people. And I'm really, really proud to have them riding along in the wagon of this sport with us. So. I also want to say what's up to Michael Carvalho of Flash Packs Cap Packs. If you don't have a cap pack, you're just getting into it, you use a different cap pack, you want to see a difference, go check out Flash Packs. He also makes glitch busters if that's any kind of problem you're having, or you want to eliminate the chance of ever having a glitch or anything. That's what these things do. So get a hold of Mr. Carvalho at Flash Packs and get you some of that. So. Steve Negri of RCRI makes top-notch chassis. We actually don't have any here on the table because this is Ricky's stock dr10, and this is my daughter's lightweight 12-turn Titan car for the Pro Spec class. And that's what I want to... I also want to give a shout out to Kelly. Kelly Purdy got a new pickup this week. I'm very, very fortunate. Kelly brought it in the shop first thing this morning. I bought the thing last night, and he put all new dual exhaust on it, and the thing just sounds ripping. So Kelly, if you guys need some exhaust work and you're in Sonoma County, go by Kelly's Muffler Works. He does anything from custom handrails, or he's done custom fold-down metal frame beds that go into to feather-light toy haulers and stuff. He does all kinds of stuff, but for your exhaust needs, you got a catalytic converter, you can't pass smog, you want somebody to figure it out for you. Anything exhaust related, go by and see Kelly at Peterson Muffler Works. So I know that we had set some rules, and I had, we've been, all you can do when you do something for the first time is what's the key to any kind of relationship, and our relationship being here, us and you people that we're throwing the race for. And the best thing is communication, right? So, we have talked about race wars on the show 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times before. And, we thought we had talked out the Pro Spec class. And it turns out, with plenty of time to spare, mind you, this is a new class. So even though I've set rules, we're going to have to change some of them because now we've actually run a race day with these cars, and we had 16 people in the class, which was awesome. Gabe, what's up, Gabe? Gabe is our race master. Thank you so much for letting us, make the race day a little bit longer to do this for the kids because it was really awesome. Should I just rip the Band-Aid off? Okay, so the rule change that's going to take place in the Pro Spec class, because like I said, the reason why we're dealing with rules and figuring this out now is because this is a brand new class and we want to get it right for everybody, okay? Everybody. So anyway, the best thing that we can do to run these cars is to split them up into 2 different classes, and here's why. This is Emma's car. Emma's car is a totally overbuilt 12-turn car, meaning that it has a lightweight chassis, it has a Pro-Line tranny. These are not things you need in the 12-turn class. You can run a stock Traxxas transmission, you can run a low center of gravity blue wheelbarrow chassis if you want, whatever is competitive and gets you out on the track. Whatever's cheap to do if that's all you can afford, or you're getting your kid into it, which is what we're doing it for. This is was why we started. It was for the kids, but then it kind of evolved into other things, and we decided we were going to make a big shootout out of it with this new DR10. And the reason why, everybody needs to know this, is the reason why that we said that the DR10 could run with these cars is because we have done so much testing with the 12-turn cars that we know what they do like the back of our hand. And when we had a stock one of these, out of the package, even with a good 2S in it, we went out front and it was slow enough. We're like, well, that's the 12-turn class. You know, it was a no-brainer. So it was going to come down to driving. You know, who cut the tree down? Well, because we based it off of that and we didn't modify this car, and then since then and last weekend when we saw them race, what we said is you have to run a stock DR10 with stock electronics. And we said you could change the tires, you could change the body, but it had to be a stock DR10. It will be inspected. And you could change the gearing. Well, that right there is why we can't run them. What we're going to show you tonight is what this car will do when you put a big... I got to tell you, I've been doing this for... some people out in Facebook land might say I've only been into RC for 15 minutes. I think it was 15 minutes. And that's not true because my first car I got in 87, I mean, I was racing by 89. So I've been doing this a long time, and in that long time, I've never seen a car with just a pinion gear and a spur gear change do what this car does, okay? So what happened is we showed up at the race and we ran the first round. Out of the whole group of people there, everybody was in Traxxas 12-turn cars. There was 2 dudes from up in Lake County that had these, what's up everybody in Lake County too? That had the DR10s, and what they did was they geared them up. And this car all of a sudden was 15 miles an hour faster than that car. It was absolutely, hands down, no contest. There's no way that I can let 9 kids show up at Race Wars with 12-turn Titans and a bunch of guys from out of town or even locally show up with DR10s and just blow their socks off because we didn't refine the class better. So that's what we're trying to do here tonight. Now, here's why we got to separate them, okay? So if you gear this car up, this car is much more dominant over this car, okay? But if you leave, let's say, well, hey, Dan, why don't you change the rule and just say, hey, stop gearing. Well, stop gearing. This car is slower than that car. So unless I'm going to go as in-depth as to make a spec pinion gear for the car, which I'm not going to do, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run the same rules in the DR10 class. So for the Race Wars and for our series, our Pro Spec class, we're going to say that you can change the tires, you can change the gearing, you can change the body, but it has to be bone stock. Stock controller, I mean, has to be bone stock. And those cars can run together. These cars can run together. This is still going to be called the Pro Spec class. This is going to be called the Pro Spec DR10 class, okay? And I do not want to split the cars up. But at the end of the day, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know, I have to make the right decision that's going to make this class flourish, you know. So, and there's always going to be 1 or 2 guys out there that are going to be like, hey, dude, that's not cool, or I've been, you know, what?
Can I take my stock DR10 and put a Titan in it and run with
Okay,
Titans?
I'm getting to that. Yes, I need everybody to know. If people ask you, please pass it around, not only for Race Wars, but for what we're doing here in the 707. And what we're doing here is being modeled everywhere right now. I got to tell you, I've had a lot of people reach out to me with the Pro Spec class. Yes, you can run a DR10 in this class, but you still have to have the Traxxas 12-turn Titan and the Traxxas brushed speed control. What's it called? The XL5. You have to have those components in this car, okay? Now, if there's a slight 0.06 of a second faster consistently between 2 certain cars, and one car's a DR10 and they both have 12 turns, well then so be it. I can't worry about, you know, minute fractions of a second, but I can put my foot down before it goes too far and say that this car, when geared right, is much more dominant than this car, just because this car has, I mean, let's face it, this is 50-year-old technology. It's got a washing machine motor in it, hooked with 2 wires to a, you know, it might as well, the speed control has about as many features as it might as well be an old servo with a swipe, a resistor speed control. I mean, it's nothing fancy. And this is obviously, and even though this isn't super top grade racing stuff by any means, it's still superior. It's brushless. It runs cooler. It revs faster. Well, we didn't know that until we re-geared it, and that's a huge freaking pinion. Holy shit!
Just wait.
It's really big.
Just wait.
Holy seashells, Batman. Look how big that thing is.
Little dinner
How
plate.
many tooth is that? All of them. It's all the ones I had.
It's all of them.
Okay, so people know this car is started out with Emma, and she actually got up to the Valenian, and she was doing really good. And then we decided to take her stock tracks to slash apart, and put the lightweight chassis on it, put the Pro line in it, and put an XR10 Pro, and see if she could hang with the big guys. Well, she couldn't. It was just too much for her. She gets confused at the end when it's time to stop the car, and she spun it around and hit a curve. And I looked at Ricky, and Ricky looked at me, and I looked at Randy, and I was like, yeah, this might not be the best thing for her. So then about the same time, the Pro Spec thing, we were starting to talk about it, and I said, you know what, let me just, as much as it sucks to have this car built so far, let me, for her anyway, let me just take the Hobby Wing stuff I had out of it at the time, and just put some the class rule electronics in here, and it's been a great little car. So, first of all, to the two gentlemen up in Lake County that ran the DR10s that were considerably faster, my hat and my heart is off to you gentlemen. You guys got a lot of respect for me. What these gentlemen did was deliberately make it so the kids had fun, is all I'm going to say. They knew early on the cars were faster. They did the right things. My daughter ended up winning, I think, the two out of those two cars, because they were also driven by grown men. These weren't kids. After those cars were out, it whittled down, and it got in between my daughter Emma and Josh. How do you say his last name? Malloy?
Malloy.
Josh
Mullet. Josh Mullet.
Yeah, his beautiful daughter London, and they were super equally matched. And I think Emma, that when they launched, that as good as Emma is, because people always say, dude, Emma's just on the tree. I think that London got her, and they got down, and I want to say London was about half a car out on her, and about 30 feet from the finish line, London hit a rock or something happened and flipped the car, and Emma went right by her and won a trophy, her first race trophy for RC cars, and she was ecstatic. She thanks to Rick Turner for making the trophy. It meant a lot to my daughter. Now, would I get that same high had Josh's daughter won or somebody else's daughter won? Absolutely, positively, hands down. I mean, anytime I see a kid's eyes light up and feel like they're a champion, I mean, that's what's going to keep. That's what's going to make it in 30 years from now when I'm dead. She's still got an RC10 sitting in her garage. You know what I'm saying? That's what that kindles the fire of the love for the sport, and that's what I want to do with this. So, do we want to talk right now about other people that aren't kindling the sport, or do we want to go out and run these cars first?
Run the cars.
Let's run the cars.
Good idea.
So,
I want to see the showdown and the hoedown.
get ready to fumble! Hold on a second. Let me turn this thing on. I got to turn that on loud. So here's a weird thing. If I turn my radio on like you're supposed to do, and then turn the car on, with this XL5, the speed control servo works, but the motor doesn't. I don't know why. So I'll turn the remote off with it still running, and then turn the remote back on, and it's there. So there's something about this car, or maybe I think it's the speed control, that I have to turn the car on first and then the radio, or it has no throttle. So let me Emma, we gonna race. Did you hear those comm drops that first time? It's a wow! Alright.
I thought you were the unicorn.
Ricky, just remember, you're the best around! I know I'm gonna have a take it down! Why can I not get this freaking body on? So Emma, we're going to show the camera right now. This is the champion right here. Say hi. Go get your trophy. And I'm going to take her car, and this thing is pushed to the max right now. And he's going to take his DR10 that's totally stock, and it's got a big pinion gear on it. And you're going to see, I'm going to show you this car just smoke this thing like a cheap set of tires.
Am I racing Emma or am I racing Dan?
You're going to race me on the street.
Oh, man.
Say hi, girls.
Just because then she's got to go. It's a busy time of
Is
day.
that the green light?
Yeah, bring the green light.
Oh, shit.
Roxanne!
Excuse my language.
You don't have to turn on the green.
We did a makeup challenge. Mermaid versus unicorn.
I didn't even know it was a challenge.
She had,
Damn, look at that truck.
Hi, Emma. How are you? Oh, car.
Okay. Are you on my
Oh,
phone?
yeah, Randy got it. Cool. I meant to turn around and I spaced it, dude.
Daddy, look at me. Daddy.
There, you want to flip for it?
Hey, so, hey, you gotta bring the camera and stand right here. I'm gonna bring it
Okay.
You know what? You know what I've learned? The best vantage point is like half track.
Watch, we're gonna get all lined up and a car's gonna come.
dr10's gonna eat.
Drivers ready.
So, let's bring him back and do it again, but you can see how it's faster that thing is.
Little cog off the line, but
Is that what that was?
yeah, oh yeah.
It was either that or you were sleeping, dude.
No, it cogs.
Okay, so there you go. We just figured something out. You can make this, I kid you not, 20 miles an hour faster than a 12-turn car. But the higher you gear it, the worse the cog's gonna get. Ask all the guys who use Castle.
Starting back there, you can put me on the crack.
Shots fired.
I'll start on the crack. That's all right.
Okay.
Drivers ready.
She's using one run. I'm 2 for 2. So maybe we ought to let it run together. Should I flip it like the 8-scale cars? No, I don't want to do that. I'll just push it, dude. You'll have a convertible.
Oh! Like there goes into oncoming traffic.
That's the try. I'll roll into it this time.
Yeah, catch him on the big end. Drivers ready.
Just ate it for lunch. Who can beat you back?
Oh.
Still beat me back.
Wheel stand the whole
One
way.
more, or have we proved
One
our
more.
point here?
One more.
Let's go one more. Hey, let me here. Turn the camera around, Jamie.
Hey, let me drive this thing.
Here.
Okay, but what if it veers off this way?
Well, it's gonna be awesome. The more cars it happens, the better.
Take another step to the right. That's all you gotta do. Go to the left lane.
Drivers ready.
Damn.
Yeah, it caught me.
Accurate.
Oh!
Oh, leaving from the scene of a crash.
Hit and run. Watch out for thorns, girls.
Start across McDowell over there?
Oh yeah, this thing got a little powerful, huh?
Drivers ready.
No, I had to hammer this.
Or the cog. Faster, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Makes you wish you kept your.
Oh!
Hey, dude, the servo is super slow in it. Associated, you guys gotta work on that. You just made me nail my buddy. Dude, I So as you can see, there's no way that the 12-turn Titan car is ever going to keep up to the dr10 with a gear change. So there's just no way we can let people bring these out. Now you can bring your dr10, but you can't have. You got to have a 12-turn in it, and then you can run that class. If not, you're running with the dr10s.
Okay, what are you doing?
Hey, if you bring it back full throttle towards us, look, he'll catch air right there. It's all fun and games, so you're running with your pants half down across the street as fast as you can because it's upside down in the middle of the road. Do it. Do it.
Oh!
It ain't got nothing. It's a Ford, huh? Hit it.
Oh!
You saw it here, 707 street cars.
Tag, you're it.
Gee, Christmas. Oh, hell no.
I want to go do some more quarter-mile long wheelies out here.
Oh, and hey, let's bring him down there and bring him by standing half track and see how much faster it is.
This is the halftime show. Wait.
Okay, go. He's turning.
He's aiming.
Well, mine's gonna flip over.
Oh!
The wind.
Shoot!
Hey, let the wind right out.
What the?
You got time. You got cars coming. Ready?
Go.
Go. Let's go.
Oh! Whoa! I almost see you again. Car coming. Told you it's all fun and games. The car flips over. Hey, let's do it from the other way.
Hey, it looks like. Never mind. I'm not gonna say his name.
The dog's like, I'll retrieve it.
I was gonna say it looks like someone's car. Hot car. A black Challenger.
Yeah, put him right where my car is.
I'd stand over there.
Slow down, lady.
Oh my god.
All right, let's get in the house before the sheriff comes.
It's on, car. I'm racing you, Honda.
Oh, it's all right. You saw what the hell's going on? I'm doing 40. Yeah. But does it jump?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Hit a dot. You'll find out.
Hey.
All right, we're good. We see this.
No, don't jump.
Safe.
Hi, puppy. Gonna put this poor girl into labor over here.
I love when the back end starts floating around.
Yeah, this car is super hot.
Oh, that was fun.
Come on, Daddy. I'll school.
All right, let's go back in. I want to say this gear too high. I gotta go back down to the gear.
Let's see.
Hot?
Bye, girls.
Will it melt solder?
Pretty close. No, maybe not quite, but it's getting hot.
So as you can see, there is absolutely no question of doubt that
Stock.
that car, yeah, sure they can. It's stock.
Stock
Brand new
speed
car.
control, stock motor.
That thing's probably doing 45 miles an hour.
It's ripping, dude. I just changed that gear and I went, whoa.
This car's maybe doing 18 or 20. I mean, there's just no comparison here. So, is there any questions?
So what's the gear on that thing?
Don't worry about it.
That's my secret. I love when that thing starts kiting just whoop.
David, your brother's old Dodge for the win. Like, I don't know if you know this, but neither of these are Dodges. Okay? That one was made in China, and that one was made in China.
25 opinion is the ticket.
So, does anybody out there have any questions as far as why we would do this? Why would we say that we could run these cars together? I think I already went over that for the people that are just tuning in. You know, we said that as long as you only change the tires and the gear and the body on this, then you could run it stock with the 12 turns. And it is just hands down with only a gear change. It is totally adamant to all of us that the car is just way faster. There's no way. It's not fair. You can't have a spec class and then have a car that's 20 miles an hour faster. Because if that's the case, then I'm going to go down and buy another dr10 and just put Emma in that, you know. But no, so what we're going to do is we're going to break it down to two different classes. We're going to have two Pro Spec classes. They're both going to be $20 buy-in classes at Race Wars. And you're going to have the Pro Spec 12-turn class, and you're going to have the Pro Spec DR10 class. On the DR10, like I said, you can change the tires. You can change the gears. You can throw a different body on it. But that car better be stock because it's going to go through tech. So, yeah. Is there something else we wanted to talk about?
Devin Schneider keeps saying there's a typo on the Race Wars poster.
Yeah, I'm sure there was. We put it together fast, and I remember the first one was Race War. Instead of Race Wars Presents, it says Race Wars Peasants. It's like, well, wait a minute. And the funny thing, that's the funny part. The funny part is it took us like a month and a half to see it. Because you already have what the word presents, so you don't even really read it. You just kind of glance over it. You know what I'm saying?
I give a shout out to my mom. She's watching.
Oh.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Miss Bellotti.
Did you get her hooked on over the weekend?
Nah, I don't know. She just said she wanted to see what I was so into.
This is what we're into. So we got
Probably really
Look,
proud
Mom.
you're playing in the street.
Ginger ale. Nothing else.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you from a town where it's okay to walk around touching other people's ginger ales? Yep, I even got the old backup up here. So, but anyway, I don't even know how to get into this. There's been a lot of talk about the rule changes and the way it was first presented to me at the beginning of the week. I had already put an apology out there to my followers on 707. Not for what I said. I'm not sorry for what I said. It was for the way that I worded it. It kind of freaked a bunch of people out even more than they were already freaked out. These were already people that were hearing that there was going to be some rule changes coming. And, you know, the first day it was 4 or 5 on top of the 8 people that contacted me. And then it was, you know, since I just kind of dropped it and walked away from it and had other things going on like my truck and stuff this week and work, in that time I've been contacted by 18, 19, 20, 21 other people that are, you know, having some serious thoughts about continuing on this sport. And, you know, this gentleman that we know that keeps trying to push the rule change, actually, I'm not even going to say, I'm going to say this dude that we know that keeps trying to push the rule change, you know, he always, whenever I see conversations or whatever, I hear it through the grapevine, and as petty as this shit is, I mean, this is RC cars, guys. They're supposed to be fun. And what this guy I don't think is doing, or what he's doing is he is trying to set the goalpost back. And, you know, I every time he's talked about it or whatever, from the things that I've seen, he always plays stupid and goes, well, it's not just me, it's everybody in the MPRC community that's on this race master thing that I'm part of and stuff. And I'm like, no, because I know 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or like 9 of those people, and
Or
those
more.
people come right to me, or more. Those people come right to me and go, dude, Tim Smith's pushing these goddamn rules again, dude. Look, you don't come in to a thing that's worked flawlessly for 4 years that is the same across the nation. It's industry standard. And try and set the goalpost back because you can't even make a hit on your car. Don't think I haven't seen it. I see everything that you post. I see a car go out 20 feet and roll over like 9 times. And for that dude to be even in that group chat at that level of racing, so be it, whatever. And by the way, you didn't invent it. It came from the RCDRL in Texas. I guarantee you I know that. And I don't want to get into some chicken shit stuff that this guy's into, but it really ruffles my feathers because I do so much for this sport, and to have that many people in a week directly because of what these couple guys are doing, and anybody else who might be high-fiving them going, yeah, let's change the rules. I think that's really selfish because you're not stupid. If you've been into RC cars, like you swear you've been into RC cars for so long, that you're not dumb, dude. You know that by doing this, that you're repelling people away from the sport. And if you're going to know that you're doing that and still push through with it or even be a part of it, then that's pretty selfish to me, you know? All I can say, dude, is maybe your car would do a hit if you put a wing on it, you know? These aren't real cars. You know, somebody asked me that today. They said, dude, this, that, real car, this, that. I said, look, these aren't real cars. I don't know if I'm almost out of crayons to try and explain it to this guy. And I don't want to be mean, but it's...
I don't think I can pick up a real car like that and just throw it on a table.
No, check this out. You could say something as dumb as this. Real cars don't have ESCs and brushless motors, so you can't run them anymore. It's not a real car. It's a toy car. Okay? And a real car has a flat bottom and it deflects its own air and it does different things and it weighs 22 to 3,200 pounds. It stays planted and all it needs is downforce and some wheelie bar. We need things like canards and stuff because we are totally freaking open underneath the car and it grabs air. That's all we're trying to do. I don't understand. You know, I thought the rule changes that these guys were trying to push were a little bit more intensive. I heard that they were a little bit more intensive than they actually are. But the no folding, what do you care if I fold the side of my body in or I fold it out or I make a freaking buffet table out of it? It doesn't matter. The spoilers are supposed to stay below the roof line and no more than 3 inches. Well, just because we didn't want to hear you bitching anymore, we changed the whole wing design on our whole set of bodies that came out for 707 street cars so that we wouldn't have to hear you cry no more. And here we are 4 months later and we're still playing the same broken fiddle. So, you know, I'm going to have to say, and for anybody that I'm getting worked up because I'm mad. I'm freaking mad. I'm so mad I could spit bullets that people are spending their hard-earned money to build these cars and they're like, screw it, dude, I'm going to sell it. I know 4 or 5 people that really have actually sold their car. They're like, you know, I'm just going to run the spec class, dude, because this shit's getting out of control. So for you shit talkers, stop. For you goal setting back, you know, no backbone, coward, copycat people out there, man, just let people have fun. And there's so few of these people that most of the time I can divert away from it and I can stay away from the drama. But every now and then, I've said it in my posts, I say it again, my mama raised me to always help the next person in line and always help people that couldn't stand it for themselves and didn't have a way to stand it for themselves. And you got these new guys coming in, and if they say something, nobody's going to listen to them because they're new. Nobody knows their names or anything like that. But just because this guy, you know, has been doing RC for 20 years, you know, people are following. I have no problem with that. You know, I try to be nice to the guy. I tried to be his friend, and he's just not a friendly dude. So for you guys out there that are tripping about the rules, you know, well, this is America. If these group of people or any group of people want to change the rules where they race, they're free white and over 21. They can do whatever they want. They can change the rules. They can make the cars run backward down the drag strip for all I care. We're running street outlaw as fast as you can from a dig to 132 in these garage cars that you can possibly get. I'm sorry if you can't hang on to that car at that speed. Well, then maybe this isn't the sport for you, homie. you know, I want to help people, and I'm always the nice guy, and I think that for once I should be able to, through the most best RC platform in the United States, hand down to sell stuff and help people. I have something, let me just get out of my live feed. This is huge to me. I've had so many people, now I know we've helped a lot of people, thousands of people I'll even say, okay? And I know we have a huge following, okay? We have a huge following, and I have had people that I didn't even know existed, towns I've never heard of, all on their own just say, hey man, for what it's worth, I don't have any questions, I'm not going to bug you, I just want to let you know that we watch your show, and I have like 37 people here, and you know, we get where you come from, dude, you've helped every single racer on our list. You know, this sport would not be what it is without you, and without the 707 streetcar team. And I just don't understand why I'm doing that. I'm over here, you know, helping the people and this and that, and this guy's just throwing stones at me. It's like, get a freaking hobby. Oh wait, I thought you had one. You know, I mean, so this one hit home. How many people invite you into their home, help you start a build, and have never met you other than Facebook, or spend over an hour on Facebook video, or catch a video chat, watch and you run your car to help you go straight? That speaks volumes alone on the type of gentlemen that these fellows are. Ricky, Daniel, and Randy, 707 streetcars.
I had Pete at my house last weekend, or no, the weekend before.
You guys, I don't want to be a jerk, and I love helping people. How many times do you guys, give me a count just off the top of your head, how many times have I said that in the last 18 episodes? How many times have I said that in my Facebook messengers? Probably 10 million times. I love to help people. It's about the kids. It's about getting new people in the sport. It's about promoting your local hobby shops. By the way, Jake's Performance Hobbies, 707-586-3375. We need some parts. And I got rubbed really raw. So you know what? I'm not going to say, hey, he can't do that, or he can't change any rules. You know what? He can. He can change rules down where he wants to run, and that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. But you know, hear this. There is going to be a race very, very soon that I'm going to show up with my crew, and we're going to be kind and polite and gentlemen, and we're going to show this gentleman how we really get down. And we're gonna let the cars do the talking, and hopefully he doesn't, you know, turn into a 7-year-old Sarah and go, oh, you guys can't race here, or nitpick our cars so we can't run with them. We're racing with you, homie. We're gonna come down to either Lake Elsinore or one of your races in LA, or maybe we'll meet you in Vegas next year. But eventually, you and I, make no mistake, we will line up. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, we will line up. So. And that has nothing to do with the rules. That's just based off of me saying that into the camera to this certain individual, should he ever watch this video, to how the treatment he's given me, and the kind of person that he's acted like towards me in my personal life, in my friends. So, you know, if somebody wants to change the rules, not even if we're talking about this guy, somebody in Maine or somebody in Canada or whatever, they want to tweak the rules, that's fine. You can do that in your own MPRC. That's part of what having the modified car with the no restrictions on it's a blank canvas. You know, if you guys want to all do 4-wheel drive cars, I'm cool with that. You don't race over here, so it doesn't really matter. You know, if you want to race over here, we have really laid back original rules that have been here the whole time, and you're more than welcome to come race with us. So we want to have a good time. You know, come race for us September 5th. I want people to be going home with their smiles. I want to raise thousands of dollars for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I want people to be smothered in ketchup and relish and cheese from the hot dogs and cheeseburgers we're feeding them. And I can't, could you guys hold it down? The laughing is, I want there to be so much laughter that I can't hear myself think when this race comes up. It means a lot to me. And people, I've had people that have asked me a question that I haven't even asked myself. They're like, dude, why are you, you know, taking all these stones and going through all this to help people and hold this race? I'm like, because I love to. I love racing. I want to give this to the people, like we did with Shark Bodies, like we do with our episodes. You know, like Ricky does all week long, and Randy does all week long, constantly on the phone from 2:37 in the morning till, you know, and I don't know. So, does anybody have anything to say?
In Canada, we prep with maple syrup, eh?
That's okay. That's okay. Now, I'm going to tell you what.
Could chug it.
The prep thing, I think everybody, if they had a spot where they could drag race and either not get in trouble for it or it's a designated track that was made for RC drag racing, prepping would be cool. It'd be wild, man. And we'd go from 2.2s and 2.3s and 2.4s to 1.9s and 1.8s. It would be insane. But unfortunately, we race in a very nice parking lot. So, at the gentleman that we have, that's the good thing. The good thing is that we have a place that we don't have to worry about getting in trouble or anybody running us off if we're polite and kind and courteous and pick up after ourselves. But the bad part is we can't leave anything there permanent. So we can't sauce the track. We can't paint the lanes. We set it all up with chalk strings and cones and stuff. And I just think the people that come out to Race Wars, man, I will see to it. So help me God that every last person has a wonderful time at Race Wars. I'm going to have a whole set of trophies made for all the classes. I want some kids to go home with some memories and being hooked on this stuff and going home to the parent that didn't come and say, Mommy, I want a trophy, or Daddy, I want a trophy, There's going to be kids out there that you guys bring to this race and they're going home with some trophies. So I think it's going to be really cool. I think what I'm going to do is you get the money payout, and the money payout, right, we did 80-20? Or was it?
I think 80-20.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was 80-20 for the Outlaw class, and everybody 1 through 3 is getting a trophy. In both the Pro Spec and the DR10 class, for your $20 entry fee into the pot, that is going to also go 80-20 with a 1, 2, 3 trophy. So, and the same with the, any class we run, I'm going to have a 1 through 3 trophy. I want everybody to go home with something gold, and, well, not everybody, because,
no participation trophy.
you have to at least show up and run the car. So, again, guys, I apologize for getting so passionate on the show, but I'm passionate. This sport goes back with me almost 35 years. I love it to my bone. I mean, I just RC is awesome, and I've drifted away for real race cars, many times in my life. But here I am, 42, and I always come back to the RC cars. It's just something about it. It's about my childhood, and that's what I want to install in the kids that are getting into this with the DR10 class and with the Pro Spec class and with the no changing of the rules all of a sudden. I want people to have fun and have good memories and.
It's a bicycle.
Was it a bicycle?
Yeah, it's got a little tiny little
Sounds like a freaking Harley.
So again, I apologize for getting so worked up on camera. I just, my heart to the guys that have sold their cars and had their hopes built up for building a car, and then just couldn't take it, the riffraff, and we're scared of the rule changes. Man, my heart goes out to you. If I can do anything to get you back in or keep you in the hobby, let me know. It's not what I wanted to happen. I thought this was all behind us. We've gone all over the rule changes and everything for 2 or 3 episodes, about 5 episodes ago, and I thought it kind of like died off, and just like a bad case of the herpes, it comes back, and I just don't get it, So, I hope you guys are having fun with your drag cars. I'm seeing a lot of innovative designs and people doing different stuff, and that's what I encourage you guys to do. Go figure out the body bender. There's something that I haven't thought of yet, and go, dude, this thing's working great, and it still meets the rules. That's what this sport is about. That's what racing is about, is pushing the envelope, riding on the razor's edge. Yeah, so that's what I got to say about that. Is there any questions going on? Or?
I can't take it. I just sold Shark RC bodies.
Great.
Give you a quarter.
I got $1.
$1.25 total.
I got $1.50.
That's worth a lot more than that with the clientele he's built up. He's doing good, dude. So, we mentioned 2 weeks ago that Paul was a week out on shark bodies. He actually made those, got them all shipped out, and then within correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, 2 or 3 days at the beginning of this week, boom, he got 40 or 50 more orders. We have hobby shops buying 30 at a time or whatever it is. What is that?
I can't even come back.
Did you guys say $1.25?
I can't even come back at him.
Well,
You left
shoot
them
this.
speechless.
I got a shark tattoo.
Oh my god, it looks like Daddy Shark. Do, 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 do.
No,
Baby shark.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Chris Woolley, thank you. Chris said, "Hey, you're only a human being, bro." And I guys, I don't like losing my temper. I'm a father. I am the nicest guy you'll ever meet. Ask any of my friends, but You know, there's very few things, but if you find my light switch in the dark, I'm gonna turn 8 feet tall and flip over cars by looking at them on. And I don't want to be that guy, and I don't want to be upset on my show. But I feel like I'm using my show to stick up for the little guys that are selling their cars.
Come on, Gabe, let it out. Come on, Gabe.
Let it out. I gotta keep my mouth
shut tonight.
Shut
Hey, you
tonight.
can
Come on, Gabe.
Oh, we
Gabe,
can
no,
put,
Gabe.
we can put him
Gabe,
on here.
you can hit that
Yeah.
little button now,
Hit
the
that
green
little
guy.
button, the little green guy right next to it. Come on,
Yeah,
Gabe.
that's for you to be in there.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Here, do you
Gabe
want?
hits that green
Come on,
button. you
Gabe.
can be
No, I can hit
Hey, I have a
him.
question. Why am I hitting buttons? I don't even know what any of the
Oh.
buttons
Where
do
where is
either.
he?
No, he has to do it.
Are you sure?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Because it says bring him on camera and you click on it.
Gabe,
I don't know.
Gabe,
I don't know if
click
that's-
that little green guy right next
Gabe,
to
at
the
least tell me.
comment.
I don't know if you gotta. I gotta keep my mouth shut tonight. Okay. So I will say at the beginning. Here's the thing that kind of irked me at the end. It was the little ball that was on the stem that was on the cherry on the sundae. Was the fact that when all this came out, the first person, even before for Jake that was wondering this, even before I heard. Or I made a post saying we will not be changing in 707. I didn't just come up with that. I don't think I'm the master of the universe. I called my race master. I did the right thing. And my race master said, what? What are you talking about? So my race master is in on the race master thing, and he didn't know anything about the rules being changed all of a sudden. So is there a whole nother thing going on that he doesn't know about? And it's just the whole thing just stinks, dude. It just stinks. So
Someone messaged me about race wars not race wars. They're king of the street next year in February. I'm not going. I ain't supporting those fucking clowns.
yeah.
Excuse my French. After that whole race, I got messages in my inbox.
Him and I'm going to point out, so I'm going to straight out and say it. We have been ridiculed and stoned and singled out ever since he took that money from that race. And he did it 100% legally by using technology that was born inside of this head right here. He took a design. He's a wheelman. He used it. He grasped it. It's like, Tom Cruise... he didn't make the F-14 Falcon. McDonnell Douglas did, but he was the dude they put in it to get the job done. And that's exactly, and that was Maverick. Okay, so,
Pete Mitchell?
yeah, Pete Mitchell. That's right, baby. That's right, baby. Part 2 comes out this summer. Check it out. So that's what happened, and it was, he was the only dude out there, with big wings, and he was the only dude out there with folds in the side of the body. He was the only dude out there with canards. And that just happens to be, what does that sound like? Does that sound like the rules they're trying to change right now? By Bobby, goddamn, I think it is.
Well,
That's the exact
canards
same.
were the first thing under
The
assault.
first thing,
besides
let me
me.
tell you, I've said this before, and if you can't figure this out on your own, I don't know what to tell you. If my car hits you at 65 plus miles an hour, you ain't got to worry about the canards. You got to worry about the cast you're going to have on your ankle for the next 6 months, because it's going to break your ankle off. So I don't see, let's not even get into why this. You're not doing it.
So the question was, am I going back to defend my title? Nope. Someone else can have this right here. No more Vegas for me. I'm not sporting them.
Yeah, I think that it's like when somebody, like in one of those movies where somebody's been followed and everybody's looking to them, and then all of a sudden one new person comes and they are able to somehow, some way show how rotten that one person that everybody's following is, and then there's that one party where they figure it out and they're all staring at him and it's quiet in the room and they go, oh, and they all just leave. That's kind of, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's how I feel about us going to Vegas. And I had planned to go to Vegas the first time. I worked for the police department. I couldn't go. For the dude to say that I don't travel, I want to do some traveling. I think that'd be awesome. I'd planned on going to Vegas, but with all this new stuff that's coming up, it's just there's no point.
Get it, Gabe. Get it.
We need to put Gabe on
after
here.
the whole Vegas thing,
Call
Dan
him.
remembers the messages. I don't know. I think you remember the messages. I was attacked by this person via messenger out of the blue. Told that I'm being looked at poorly by sponsors.
You're looking pretty shitty to the sponsors.
And all this crap, and it was like, where the hell did this come from? You know what? I ain't dealing with that shit.
And then you guys message back and forth about 10 times, and you're like, dude, what did I do? And he's like, oh, don't worry about it. You know what you did. And you're like, well, wait a minute, what did I do? And he's like, oh, don't worry, bro. And you're like, what do you mean, don't worry? You just said I got to worry about my sponsors now. And then a week later,
sponsors are called.
all my sponsors are called, and he's telling them that I'm doing everything that he's doing to us. And I'm just like, where does this guy get off?
Obviously, starting this crap.
I'm not. There's just so much stuff that a lot of the new 50% of the people out there don't know about. That it's just like, dude, I'm done. I mean, it's like go back and play with your Barbie dolls. You know.
If you guys reach out.
I don't know why they're pushing for the rule change. Tim, we got a kids class. You can run it, homie. I mean, you can put a bumper on it, and you can put headlights on it, and
you put a guy inside.
You can put a guy inside it. You can even put a circle and make the window roll up and down if you wanted to. You can put hydraulics. I know. I've seen a couple of lowriders. I know you could do that. You know, but man,
what's your favorite ice cream? Paul said that's your safe word.
I know, but you see, once again, my instant fat kid, I was like, ooh, maybe Rocky Road?
Mint chocolate chip.
Yeah, so, my favorite ice cream.
Gabe says the video of Tim's car wrecking halfway down the track was the best.
Yeah, and don't say that was a long time ago, man. That's a Shark RC body that you just painted with the white flame. We've seen that one, bro. You really knocked the shit out of that one. Hey, you know what, dude? I would never, ever, 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 ever talk about anybody in the sport the way I am right now. I feel like that I've had the last 6 months of holding my tongue. And, you know, I just...
Everybody knows me as the higher.
I think everybody knows what's going on and smells what these dudes are shoveling. You know, I mean...
I try to be quiet and take the higher road, but enough's enough.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get you guys to crack.
That's cool. And you know what? Somebody once said, a friend of mine from Texas said, you know what? When you used to be the big dog on the block and you ain't the big dog no more, what do? Well, if you're so jealous of not being the big dog, you walk down the street trying to pick a fight with the biggest dog. And that's exactly what this dude does constantly over and over.
He's too drunk to call him again.
Oh, come on.
Well, tell us something else about that guy.
Drink a bottle of water and then call him.
Looking at his comments, I would say that he's probably getting pretty heated, not from the booze, but from the conversation.
Well, probably the crown doesn't help, but that's okay. You can call in anyway.
Yeah, you know, hey, bottom dollar brass tacks, better get that car figured out, Tim, because it's going to happen, man. Hope you can get it figured out, because it definitely ain't figured out right now. Not enough for you to be thinking you're calling shots. So.
I put on here, anyone wants to see the video of his car, PM me, my phone's going off.
Yeah, hell yeah, post that.
Let's see.
Hey man, you know though, I want to talk about some other stuff. I don't really want to dig too much in and let that dude waste too much of my night because he ain't worth it. So he ain't worth the phones that I keep blowing. So yeah, I think Race Wars is going to be pretty cool. This is the trophy that Rick Turner made for the Pro Spec class. It says Pro Spec Top Dog 707. It's an old 8-scale motor and a pinion gear with some kind of blown up clutch on the top, and it says 707. I think it's just really cool. My daughter was just, I mean, Rick, you know, I know Rick's a father. He has a daughter. Obviously, she's older. She's my age. But when you're, I mean, just like any other person that has a kid, even when she's 30 or 40, she's gonna be my little girl. And I know he's got the love for his daughter like I do for mine, and he can remember back to when his little girl was 7 years old, and what that, you know, somebody doing that for his little girl must have done, you know, for her. And that's what he did by making this little, you know, this goofy little trophy, and she just cherishes it. You know, she showed it to everybody in the family. So, and that's that. What happened with my daughter last weekend. I want to do that to like 6 different kids on Race Wars. You know, all the 1, 2, 3, and all the classes there's kids in. I want those kids to just have a blast, dude. Because if people come out to this race, and I'll say it right now, I'll take the rap for it. If people come out to this race and they don't have fun, that's on me. You know, I don't care if I gotta have Leonard Skinner playing, you know, with Ricky butt naked and drunk yelling at the moon in the front row.
That might be a
we're
little
gonna have fun. We're gonna do. Somebody brought up a dunk tank, and I'm saying I'll get in the dunk tank, but with all the other stuff I gotta buy and rent, there's just no way I can afford it. I don't think they're very expensive. How much are they?
I don't know.
Didn't one of you guys?
$300 or something
like that,
$300 for a dunk tank.
Wait, didn't Josh come up with the idea?
Maybe you guys can all secretly behind me,
tank.
like get a pool going, and it just shows up on Race Wars. You know? Oh shit.
Dunk the Dan.
Paul Peterson says, question, fire away, Paul. Why does Facebook do that? All of a sudden, boom, it'll just reset. You're like, wait a minute, I was fucking reading that. You know, I mean, sorry, there's been some swear words. This, episode 18, We'll put a parental advisory on the YouTube channel. There's been a couple cuss words I don't like. I know, I don't know if there is, but if there were any kids to be watching, kids don't cuss. It is the Satan's language. I don't know what else to say. I got passionate. A couple naughty words slipped out there.
It's Satan.
It is. It's Satan's language.
Oh my goodness.
That's where you want to be when Jesus comes back. So,
Someone said Tim needs to put a 12 turn in his car. Gabe says he needs more help than that.
and that's another thing is through all this drama, the only thing I've ever ended any conversation with this gentleman with was race me. Just race me. I bet him $1,000 to a $100 bill of his. All he had to do when he didn't win the $1,000 was go on that was the bet. I give you $1,000 if you win. If I win, you got to go on YouTube and not even say that I beat you. Just say, I guess I'm not the fastest. That's all you have to say. But eventually it's going to happen. It's going down. It is going down. Money's no object. Distance is no object. Not worried about it. What's up, Hunter? Hunter, we had a last race. I kept my crown last weekend. I beat him in the first round. I didn't have to race the second round because Hunter lost his spot. And then we went back up for the third round and raced me. And for the first time in almost 2 years, Hunter Stewart, local racer here, works at Jake's Performance Hobbies. He beat me. I got out on him about 5 feet, and we were going, and he was slowly, keeping alongside of me. He wasn't reeling me in, but I was 5 feet out, but I wasn't gaining any more on him. And then I was coming about 20 feet before the finish line, and my car just hooked left because it blew a foam out, and I had to let off to not cross, and he went by me and he beat me. So luckily in the last round, this was just I want to brag about your brother and Randy that helped me. So I got to the last round. My car is just rolling. Okay, I probably could have run it on one cell and still won that race. But I'm up at the line, and I look up at Hunter, and I'm talking to Hunter, and I'm like, yeah, man, I just can't keep foams in this thing. It's spinning too much RPM. And right as I'm feeling my rear tires to make sure they're still good, because I had one run on these brand new tires, I was like, get the front door. I had a split in my foams on the starting line of the last race. And I had Randy's brother, David, I just looked at him, and by the time I looked back down at my car, I saw his hands come in with a driver immediately into my rear wheel, and he had two wheels, and Randy came in with the other driver. I had those
Vieira
wheels.
power.
It was like an F1 team. My team, thank you, brother. Thank you, guys. Ricky supplied the tires. He was like, tires are in the trailer. Dave's like, my God.
It was a little faster than that.
Good job, David. Good job.
And I'm like, Hunter, give me 2 minutes. Well, hey, I kid you not. This is not a fish story. This is in 15 seconds. I had a brand new set of tires on that car. The car was flipped. I burn them out. I burn it down. That grudge car just was so fast. And I got even more for that ass next for this race. Because I have just made some breakthroughs in some technology that I've been trying, and finally, I got the formula! My car's going to be drinking it. So you better take whatever you was running and strap 2 of them bitches up in there, because I'm going to be rotating the earth the next race. So, but I will say, shout out to Hunter. Even though I feel that, that's not even an excuse. I'm not even going to say that, it's because my blown foam. I'm going to say, hey, Hunter beat me. He outran me in that race. So if your car stays together, it doesn't matter what broke. If you made a straighter pass and this guy had to lift, either way, a win is a win, and Hunter beat me. So, I'm a humble guy. Hunter's been working really hard. Hunter's been doing really, really good. Hunter currently now is sitting second on what I feel is probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest, lists in the United States, if not in the world. So good job, Hunter. What was I going to say? For Race Wars, I'm talking to a bunch of different vendors. I know that I already got Robert Knighton from RC Tags is going to have a booth set up. Milo Carvalho is going to be there set up. We got a Raw Speed guys coming, right?
Possible. Yeah.
Possible Raw Speed guy and booth set up. We're going to have Hopefully Paul from Shark Body's there. Troy from Phantom might have mentioned something. I don't know if Troy from Phantom's coming out. Who? One Up Racing is going to be there for all your just really super intense high performance lubricants and tools and stuff like that. They're second to none. Matt Smith, Matt, if you're watching right now, what's up, homie? It's tomorrow. Matt's what was that? It flew in here. Freaking pterodactyl, man.
Eat it.
He almost did.
So let me catch up here. I'm getting my old man eye.
By the way, to catch up. The comms are hot.
Hunter, thanks for the shout out. Not easy being second.
Don't get used to it.
Next week I'll have you.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
I meant for Hunter.
And
you.
No, he said challenge accepted.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing. Hunter, your car's fast, man, but I don't know, Ricky's pretty fast, man. But you know what? I will say this to Hunter, to everybody. Like I talked about the last, but what happens behind closed doors in this laboratory? I mean, I'm getting down on everything, man. Whether it's custom motor building, or foam testing and tire testing, or whatever it is, and we're always pushing the envelope and talking to companies and getting prototype stuff in and we're at a point where everybody, me, Hunter, Ricky, Randy, we are pushing the envelope with the technology, and I believe the one leak or weak link in the chain right now happens to be the tire technology. I'll say it before, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Nobody makes a perfect tire right now, okay? Nobody does. This tire does this, but has this, and this tire, but that tire doesn't do it. That tire,
honestly, don't think there can be a combination of tires that's going to be perfect.
I don't either. I have some ideas, and I have yet to have an actual.
It might be band-aids for one issue, but then
I've had different tires come. I've had different companies say, "Hey, dude, you maybe try some of our tires," and they did nothing. And then I finally bought some, and then after I bought them and paid my own money for them, I didn't like them, and they still, at the end of the day, didn't want to listen to what I had to say. And I told the guy, actually, I've told 3 different manufacturers before, listen, I don't want a sponsor to get free tires. I can buy my mother effing tires, okay? I'm not worried about that. That's part of it. It should come if I'm going to help you make the perfect tire. But I'm waiting for a tire company to reach out to me. I have some designs sketched out. I'm a sketcher. I like to draw stuff out before I make it, or I fab it, or I think it. And I have some ideas for a tire that would probably revolutionize the NPRC, just like the Shark Bodies did and this did. And how many people are running Phantom 4.5s now? And because we're pushing the envelope, we're spending the money, we're wrenching on stuff, and we're logging data with everybody's products, and what we push on the show and what you see in our cars and stuff.
Hey, if you're gonna ban tires,
you're gonna get tires banned.
Hopefully Tim Smith's not watching this, man. They'll add that too. No body creases, no canards, and no tires!
Run your plastic wheels.
No tires for you. Yeah.
And Gabe's laughing.
I really do. I want to tell you guys, because you'd be like, oh, whoa! But I can't, because it's for me in the R&D department of whatever tire company that talks to me and wants to listen first.
Gabe asked, so race wars, old school NPRC rules, except absolutely no traction sauce, right?
So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what they do at big races, okay? Yeah.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do, so there's no discrepancies. We're gonna have 2 tables set up. We're gonna have what you call house sauce, okay? That means nobody uses anything. Everybody's using the same thing, okay? This is not just, hey, let's give all the guys these. This is after probably spending $500 on $10 bottles of stuff. This is the stuff, that we have felt works the best. This works great for our service. That's what we're running. That's what you're going to be wanting to run. So there's no reason why anybody should have a problem with this. But we are going to be running Trinity Monster Traction Buggy Grip, okay? This costs about $9.99 or $12.99 or something like that. You can get it at your local hobby shop. If they can't get it, you can get it at any bigger retailer, A-Main Hobbies, something like that. But it's made by Trinity. It is Monster Traction Buggy Grip. It's what color is it? I think it's blue. Yeah, it is blue. It is definitely blue, but don't drink it because it's not Kool-Aid. Ooh, that's pungent.
Let's wait for you.
It smells like nail polish.
When I was a kid and I used to go race pan cars with foam tires, I used to use the Paragon stuff. I still have a freaking brand new bottle of
I
it.
have a brand new bottle
With
from
the
90s,
wall, yeah. And there's
Oh, I've been in the middle can.
something about that spearmint
Yeah, it's a
traction,
metal
that spearmint traction compound smell from that Paragon stuff. It makes the hairs on my neck stand up, and it makes me just think I want to go racing. So this is what we're going to be using. This way, there's no discrepancies. We know what this stuff does on the tires. We know what to look for. It totally disappears.
Smells good.
It does. Smells like liberal tears and bald eagle feathers. That stuff is so good. Is Rick's mom still working? I mean, watching. What's her name?
Jackie.
Jackie, if you're still watching, chime in and say hi, y'all, or something.
I don't know if she is.
Um,
How long has it been since you've seen them?
oh, God. 15 years? Yeah, Ricky's mom and dad came out to the race, and
You got a family reunion.
They wanted to see Chase get on the list, but next time.
it actually will disappear.
It's already disappeared. This tire's already dry.
Oh god, it does smell like nail polish.
This
Yeah.
tire's dry. Dry, nothing on the fingers.
Nothing on your fingers. And what it does is it just really... Now, hey, along with this, if you guys are bringing baby wipes, something to get dirt off, any kind of cleaner, that's fine. But you have to have a bare, dry tire. When you come up, you use this stuff. This stuff does not leave the house sauce table. This stuff, we're going to be constantly monitoring how many bottles are there, who's got it in their pits. There will be people that you will probably recognize as other racers walking around, seeing if you're gooping your tires in the pits with something else. We're not doing this to be jerks. We're doing this because we don't know all the people that are coming, and we want to make sure that...
Holy shit. You see that thing launch out of here?
And I have one of those glass, like, concrete, like, glass finishes. It's super slippery in here.
Wait, do it again.
Grab.
You hear the tires roll?
Yeah. They spit pretty hard in here. I know.
I do that on my floor, too.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh, we got some long ones here. Damn.
We need to find a surface like this to race on.
Right?
I'm afraid to do it this way. I might take out our ankles.
What is Brad
Go.
Raceman
You
saying?
can go now.
With this, as intense as it's getting, I'll see if I can get Duck to promote. I don't know who Duck is, Brad. His mouse should turn things up a bit more. Sounds like you're doing a good job. Oh, Brad, please, if you're watching, chime in. Were you talking about maybe the rules, perhaps? I don't know who Duck is.
Duck, duck, goose.
Yeah, please chime in and let us know. Chris Vieira's watching. What's up, Chris? Gabe Abramson is a race master. He says, I have no issues with that traction compound. This stuff is, it leaves nothing on the tire. It dries it. It's basically a cleaner that leaves the rubber as sticky as it can be naturally all on its own. So, and that's what you want on our surface. It works really freaking good. You put this on your tires, really, really, really thin application after they've been cleaned, so a baby wipe or whatever. And then you just let it sit in the sun for 5 minutes. Every couple minutes, rotate the tires so the other side gets it, and the sun evaporates it, and you're ready to race. So
They won't let me into Cali with my chlorinated brake clean.
Good stuff.
Good old California.
That's the only one that actually takes grease off.
Chris Vieira says, yo, fellas, what's up, Chris? No mercy. Donald Long, a.k.a. Lights Out and No Mercy promoter. Okay, well, hey, thank you for the backing, Brad. Brad O'Raceman. I don't know if that's your name. If it is, it totally kicks ass. Last name? What's your last name? Raceman.
Says
That's awesome, dude.
Teddy says Duck runs all the radio versus the world events,
Okay.
etc. in Valdosta, Georgia. Big cars.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, we're working as hard as we can, especially Sean Burr. If you're watching, maybe you can help us out with this. We're working on getting some real street outlaw cars at the race. Obviously, not there for anybody to get in or touch. These cars are going to be watched, very heavily secured, but they're going to be there for you to walk around and look at, hopefully. So I can't make any promises, but we're doing what we can. So.
This is Paul, Race Wars, Rain or Shine.
Tony
Rain
Cortez.
date if someone was to travel all the way from Wisconsin. Rain in September.
It is. I mean, monkeys would have to fly out of my butt for it to rain in September here.
Paul says sponsors Dan and he never answers my damn questions.
What did you ask?
That's the one I just read. Probably.
Something.
He answered it with monkeys flying out of his
The one
butt.
he just read.
Yeah.
Oh. It is. Yeah. It's. We can say it's rain or shine, but it'll be shine. There's just no way. I mean, we live in
Get
California.
hotter.
Yeah. There's just no way.
Labor Day is usually the day I'm out on the boat.
Ricky, Jug, and Reed. We were on Street Outlaw Show a few times. What's up, Ricky? Dude, I like that idea, and I've thought about that, Brad Eraseman. 110 scale versus full size, 60 foot.
Oh,
10 scale.
Hell yeah.
I think these cars win.
I would say yes too. I'd have to put my money on the RC car, but I know I've seen some street cars that boogie, and they get down, and they go off. It's like an explosion of a car when it goes off. Where's my? It's up here, and I keep my cold one in the crown, Hunter.
oh my god. Should have zoomed in on that.
Tony Cortez.
Pulling Dan sponsorship. One up for the next one. Who wants it?
Oh, Paul. Ready for the next list rate, my dudes. Number 9 coming for 8. I hate that is Randy, my raw speed teammate.
Don't worry about it.
No, that is the wrong attitude. You're supposed to say, "Bring it, bitch."
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Randy got a trick up his
You
sleeve.
got it.
Don't feel sorry.
He's going to run my dr10.
Chris Whalen. Hey guys from down under Australia. Right on. What's up, Chris?
David said call Ryan. Yeah, I think Ryan Martin's back racing now, so.
Ryan Martin. What is it? Sounds so
Fireball
funny.
Camaro.
Oh. What, did he take some time off?
Coronavirus. Nobody was racing
I was racing.
in our street. Not on TV.
Racing to work.
Ryan Martin's actually got his new car. I don't know if y'all seen that he built specifically for the no prep. I think it's badass.
I don't know Chris Vieira very well. I've talked to him a couple times. I do know that Chris is friends with Paul Peterson, and I spent a lot of time of Paul Peterson of Shark RC Bodies. I spent a lot of time with him on the phone, and he's just a dynamite, down to earth guy. So any friend of Paul's has got to be a good dude. I want to tell you guys something so bad. All I'm going to say is it's not going to happen for a while, but it's going to be the coolest thing that ever hit the sport.
Don't spill it.
I'm not. That's all I'm going to say.
Don't spill the beans.
Well, could it be a new motor? Could it be a hip replacement?
I've already had one.
About
the
to
way
say,
you walk
Randy,
around,
don't
you might
you
need
have
one.
I'm already game for the. I'm already done with the hip replacement thing. Been
Oh,
there, done
yeah.
Might be knee replacement if you
Been
get
there,
with
done
another
that
fifth
10 years
scale.
ago.
I think you're the one in a couple years going to need a knee replacement.
Little Nancy Kerrigan.
Hold on. I think you need to smell
Oh.
some more of that.
I actually like the smell of that, so haha, joke's on you.
I wonder why you like Emma paint your toenails all the time.
Right?
It smells just like that.
Wait, let's see whose toenails are painted.
I'm on.
Not mine.
Fireball is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Keystone Raceway this weekend with our homeboys Lutz, Chuck, and Sean.
Yeah.
Not saying nothing to nobody, so don't even ask me. Ricky
Now
Bellotti,
you're-
can I change your gearing?
People are gonna be like, "What is it? What is it? What is it?"
I wish I could throw a laugh at that.
Tony says.
Oh, I can.
Tony says he wants to race my dr10 against the Eye Candy original for $100.
Dude, I gotta say, I would probably, I even though I would never bet against Ricky, I'd have to put my money on the Eye Candy. But that car is fast. That dr10. Now, if you put a longer bar on it, that has the better tires on it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you put a longer bar on it and help the chassis settle a little bit, so it wasn't just ice cream man all the way down the road, it definitely. I mean, it's moving out, dude. It's moving out.
Where that car
His
was
his actual last name was Overrocker.
Over rocker.
Yeah.
The way you said that.
Overrocker.
Over rocker. That's still pretty cool.
Yeah,
too.
that's exactly.
Cam over rocker. What? That's awesome, dude. Wow. Yeah.
Eye Candy is
Gabe said hi, Jamie.
Who?
So yeah, guys, we're running just standard MPRC rules that have always existed at Race Wars. It's what we run on our list race. It's what we're going to continue to run. We're going to have fun doing it.
Wide car, narrow car.
Does the dr10 class have to run stock wheelie bar?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Paul's making an ice cream truck body for Dan to run.
Sick. All you need is like a box, right? And just put some Lexan over it. That would actually work, dude.
Be like that Wangabago.
They just mask out some windows in the front.
I went to Jake's today, picked up a body for my monster truck, and they have the was it Proline
the
van body there.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, the creeper van body, dude.
Is it a Chevy van or
No,
is
I don't
it
know,
a
like
Dodge van?
I think it might be like a Ford Chevy Dodge van.
That was the one that
'Cause they're all
Proline
kinda
came
like
out
the
with like
same.
a month ago or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm not a van guy, but I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
18.
Although I will say,
18.
18 era 70s street vans, big tires in the back, heart back window with a just crazy mural down the side. I like that stuff. I'm an 80s kid. I like that shit. So
That was a UPS truck. That was Dan's RC body going down the road.
LS powered.
wide car versus narrow, which is better? This is my outlook on it. Can you get a narrow car to work good? Yeah, you can.
My kid's car's narrow.
From what I've seen, and I get it, there's, after I say this, there's going to be 10 guys that eventually in the next week see this and they're going to be like, that's bull crap, my car's running just fine. It's narrow.
There's going to be a rule about that.
When you start leaning on a car hard and you put some serious horsepower meaning a 400 amp draw upon dig, I'm talking 125,000 RPM under a load is what I logged last race. You're going to need stability. The wider a car is, the more stable it will be. Remember, guys, these aren't real cars. So I get it. The narrow, you can put a narrow body on it, and the narrow bodies look more realistic and awesome. I get it. But when it comes down to brass tacks, you want a wider rear motor car. It's what's going to dig. It's what's going to hold the thing out. If it gets any kind of sway, it's going to make it stay on course.
I'm not saying mid motor's not competitive because we have seen some competitive cars.
It's really easy. Here's a narrow car. Now, granted, this is a huge, dramatic, but I mean, narrow car, right? Wide car,
Dramatic.
I made that up. It's just for the show, okay? But and then, granted, this is a huge, difference between the 11 and 11 3/4 that, or whatever it is that it makes up the narrow. From what I have seen, I'll just say, in my experience and my testing and the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars I've put into this in testing, a wide car, just a wide rear motor car, it's just the bee's knees. It's where to go. So, can you make a narrow car do what a wide car does? I've never raced one. So, I really believe that the wider car is just where it's at. So, and that's my opinion. So. It is tough listening to this rules stuff. Here in Oklahoma, we are pretty basic and it works. We have some pretty alright shoe boxes that run pretty good. Right on, Barry. That's Barry J. Bond, obviously from Oklahoma. I'm assuming he runs with the 405 crew that's out there.
So John Griffith just says, I want to tell you guys live, I'm going to donate an R1 Pro ESC for the Racehorse charity because I can't thank you guys enough for giving back like you do. I would like to do my part. I'll get in touch with you, Dan, about it.
Oh my God! Wow, John, I don't know what to say about that, man. That's our box is small still, but we've had a couple donations. I had a guy donate a set of
Wheelie bars.
another wheelie bar last week. We got a Jake set of wheelie carbon fiber bars in there. We got a STRC rear shock mount. This guy, John Griffin, said he's going to donate an R1 speed control, which is, oh my God, just phenomenal. I mean, that alone would probably bring a couple $100 worth of just people seeing it and going, yeah, give me some more tickets. And that ticket base is what we're going to base our money off of, that we're going to be giving to St. Jude. We decided, I think, it all depends. If the raffle is a flop and we only make $500 or $600, then I will take that money and I will throw some money of mine, and these guys is on top of that. We'll make a car, we'll raffle it off for big bucks, we'll give them the money. And that was the original idea. I think that hindsight being 50-50, if this race gets big enough, like I think it's going to, and we get a lot of donations like Mr. Griffin's donation, and people are buying these tickets up, we might be able to get $2,000 or $3,000. And if we can get that generated from the RC community that shows up to our race just off of the raffle, well, then we're going to be just have a phenomenal gift to give these children. I feel like Sally Struthers. If you could just, I do though, and I get, I can't get in and talk about too in depth about the children's hospital and what they do for the children and stuff, because I don't feel like crying on camera, because I got little girls, and some of these kids, man, I wish I could help them more, but
those are the instantly changed channels every time a commercial comes on. That's
Oh,
just
hell
heart-wrenching.
yeah.
It's like,
It
God
is.
damn it.
And they do
I don't even
that
have
for a
kids.
reason.
I'm like,
And
nope.
They do that for a reason. But I know I've donated. Me and my mother have donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital several times. It's just just totally anonymous. It's a great way to really help the kids and keep that thing going. No 8-year-old should have to go through chemotherapy. It's bullshit. So. If I can use the only outlet I have, my show and my race and my buddies and all of you to help us raise money for these kids, that's just phenomenal. So that's my goal here. My end goal is it to make you guys have a good time. Yeah, I want to go out and we want to race some race cars. But at the end of the day, for me, deep down, that's what I'm doing all this for is for the children at the Children's Hospital. So. I don't know what to say. That is just Hunter Stewart, new rule incoming. What do you mean, Hunter?
Wide cars.
Wide
They're
cars.
going to have to be narrow.
Oh, they gotta be narrow.
Hey, Chris, I've seen and I've talked to Jordan. Hopefully he comes up to our race and puts it on for everybody.
I talk with John quite often.
Hunter.
He's a super nice guy. What's he doing?
What the heck?
No, I didn't read that. I don't know if you guys see. You better watch out. Wide cars are going to be outlawed.
Yeah, that's why we
New
meant
rule incoming.
Uh-oh.
Oh man. Oh, thank you, John. Yeah, I don't know what to say, John. That's that from the bottom of my heart.
Kid, what's a white car?
That really means a lot to me.
What do you, where is it?
So I'm going to officially
Oh,
match.
I was going to get it.
I'm going to officially match Mr. Griffin's speed control offer for the drive. I am going to, as of right now, officially
Find one,
be
Randy.
throwing in into the raffle a brand new unopened XR10 Pro speed control. So I didn't even have that idea. I have a bunch of them. So thank you. Even if you didn't donate an R1 speed control, thank you for making me remember that I had a couple of them. So now we'll have 2 speed controls in the raffle. Awesome. So
Teddy Page had a question. Gabe said, check his question.
I'm donating.
why do I smell something funky? Like something
Your upper lip.
burning.
It's your upper lip.
Jamie, can you? I mean, I can
I'll
do it,
make
but I
sure
gotta
the
get
girls
up.
forgive you.
What are you girls doing in here?
Gibson, I'm donating some beef jerky.
There you go.
Oh.
Gabe does make some good beef
I got
jerky.
several sets of Hoosiers brand new in the package. I'm going to donate to the raffle.
Yeah, and I got stuff around here that I just haven't had time to go through anything. But I know I have. Hi, baby. I know I have an XR10 Pro. So along with Mr. Griffin's R1 for the raffle, we'll be throwing in an XR10 Pro. I think that I'm also probably going to purchase like just a stock slash kit, and to have a car kit in the raffle, just so for somebody that wants to start out and build one.
Hunter said this is a raffle he can get behind.
Good.
I'm working with a guy named John with Rocket Graphics, trying to get some, see if he can donate a couple wraps for shark bodies.
Okay, or anything you want to put them on. They can always be altered. Yeah. So again, for people that are just tuning in, our big race that's coming, we're gonna have a big turnout. We're gonna have all kinds of sponsors and vendors there, and we got so many people kicking in right now. It's just starting now to pick up steam.
Burning smells the DR10 because of that pinion.
What?
The burning smell is the DR10 because of that pinion.
Could be.
No, we're good.
What's up, Corey? So anyway, we in this race, like I said, we're going to try and hold the biggest, baddest NPRC race in history. Not to have a race. I mean, like I said, my first goal is for people to have fun and stuff like that. But deep down, why I'm really doing it is for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital Drive. Nobody's doing something like this in RC. And we've talked about it for months and months and months, and we finally formulated the race and we put it together, and then that's when we're going to drop the raffle in, and it's just going to be big news, dude. Like I said, St. Jude's is somewhere that I donate quite often to, and it's a good cause, and no kid that's 8 years old should have to have leukemia or anything like that. So let's just let's get it done, guys. Let's show them what the RC community can do helping children.
I think this might be Teddy Page's question. Pro line reactions.
Or no tune.
Or no timing or boost in your.
So,
What?
would you rather run pro line reactions with all the timing and boost that you can,
Okay.
So you
or
a useless car,
or any other tires with no timing?
Ooh.
What would you run? I said neither.
Yeah.
Put it on the shelf.
I'm probably going, oh.
Well, if you're gonna boost the heck out of reactions, I'd rather run no timing.
Yeah, I probably would too, because you're going to
the
be A to
reactions,
B.
you're just gonna spin and flip over.
Yeah.
Let's say
You're going to be A to
tested
B.
the prep out, and I couldn't get them to work.
I will say this: the pro line
Not that they don't
reaction.
work,
Hold
I
on,
just
the
can't.
pro line reaction, hands down, out of all the different manufacturers that have tried it, I've flipped all of them inside out before. The belting process that Pro Line is done is second to none. It is hands down awesome. They just use the wrong kind of rubber. And between that and my sketches, I mean, I really could come up with a cool design that would just revolutionize the NPRC world. I just got to get a hold of the right tire company. So we thought that was going to be Panther. It turned out not to be.
We got Chris watching.
That's good, and I hope me and Chris can get back into contact.
There's a real street outlaw guy watching now.
Who's that?
Sean Burr.
Oh, what's up, Bird?
I'm still waiting to see that Nova pull up.
Yeah, where you at? I'm starting to think you ain't got one. He's probably in a different state or something.
Last time I talked to him, he had some trans issues.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He was out somewhere not too
Chuck
long
Walla.
ago.
Chuck Walla.
Is that where he
I
was?
think he was with Bodie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was with Bodie.
Jason at Raw Speed. Jason at Raw Speed totally listen to any ideas.
Yeah.
Seen reactions go 2.2 back to back today.
Wow.
On a prepped or no prep?
Yeah, prep or no prep. 2-2's moving on true no prep.
When my reactions hook, they are the fastest because they font sling. We need some spieling that post.
What is that?
EJ Evans with Solaris tires. He's in Fremont, California.
Maybe don't sling.
Oh, my mom's back on.
Hi, Mom.
Why am I not seeing that?
Because it's
Jackie Larson.
because he's friends with her. So I think it's only notifying who he's friends with. Because you guys see people come up and it's not on here.
what the freak is this guy texting me? I don't know. I don't want to just turn this into a show where we're just sitting on our phones and you guys are watching us. That's not what we do here. We come to get down. We come to bring you the latest, greatest technology that we've figured out or that the industry has to offer. We are here to help the little guy first and foremost get on their feet, help them, do, what we're doing. Sometimes at a cheaper level. That's what the new classes are for. Again, Pro Spec class is a NPRC standard that have always been their rule car that has a 12-turn Titan and an XL5 brush speed control. The Pro Spec dr10 class will be a bone stock dr10, but you can change the rear tires only, the body, the gears, and you can do whatever you want with the wheelie bar. Other than that, that car's got to be stock, and we all own one. We know exactly what we're looking for. We're also going to be checking for the stock telemetry on it too, or the gyro, or whatever you want to call it. And those are that's a two. So you know what? I just thought of this. Not only did we just create one new class, we've created two new classes that are going to be pretty short and easy to get through. But it's going to enable the little guy who maybe doesn't have $1,500 to hand build a full-on race car, but he wants to still have the fun of going out and racing with these things. I was really surprised when Ricky, he said, "Oh, I put a bigger pinion on it. It's a lot faster." And he brought it here tonight, and I was like, "Holy!"
How about the race when you thought Noe was driving against him?
Oh,
That was night and day too.
that was night and
That
day,
was
yeah.
just opinion.
That was only 4 teeth difference.
Yeah.
We pulled up to the line, and I was hoping my daughter would drive, but she kind of had a meltdown, and so I pulled the throttle. And
Thanks,
the car
Gabe. I
took
always
off.
look forward to your jerky, man.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe makes the best beef jerky
JR,
I've ever
just
had.
get in contact with any of us for donations, where to send them to.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyone.
Any one
We
of us
basically
three.
what we're doing as far as like donations for parts and stuff like that from vendors or from some of you guys with big hearts, we have a box and we're setting all this stuff in a box, and then at Race Wars, this table or two tables or whatever it takes by the time we get there in September is going to be behind the guys that are behind the. So you'll have your tech tables where Ricky and Gabe are teching, and behind them, so nobody can get to them, but you can see them. You're going to have this just big mountain of parts, hopefully. We got wheelie bars, we got tires, we got speed controls, we got. I have a couple of my sponsors come out, and we're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna raise some money for these kids, and we're gonna have a freaking blast doing it, dude. So I hope that everybody can make it out, especially a big, well, I'd say a big portion of our followers, but that would be like a class with 3,000 people in it, 10,000 people in it, So we have a lot of good people, a lot of our NPRC groups, ones that, like I said before earlier in the show, ones that we didn't know existed, towns I've never heard of. They're reaching out and going, "Dude, we support what you guys do. You guys, we got 23 or 37 people on our list, and every single one of them." What was the old dude that has a YouTube page that built one of these, and he was holding it up going, he said the streetcars of the 707 trick videos are they really work.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, that's really cool to see on somebody else's YouTube page that built one of these cars and is giving us props like that. And we get props a lot. My hat's off to everybody that does reach out, for. It used to just be like, "Hey, I got a question. Hey, I got a question." It was 100 million a day, and it's really turned into like maybe half and half. People with questions and stuff they want to try and figure out. But then the other half is just like, "Hey, man, I don't have a question, but I'm just writing you to let you guys know that we appreciate what you're doing for the sport, and you're bringing more people into it every day, and it's just that's what we're here for." So.
Got a question. What do you guys think of the Proline Hoosiers? I believe they just discontinued the MC compound.
Yeah, the Clays.
Yeah.
Really, they did?
They
Yep.
discontinued them.
That's what I heard today.
Purple dots. Now a bunch of the guys, and I know like your brother runs them.
Dante runs them.
Dante.
He's buying all the ones he can find. He said. I've been buying from all over the country.
Dante,
I'm
if you're
buying all of
watching,
them.
the smarter move would be to invest your money in a tire of a different manufacturer that you know is going to keep producing them. Doesn't matter if you find 5 sets or you find 500 sets. Eventually, you're going to come to the end of the line there, and if you are so reliant on those, you are setting yourself up to be lost at sea. And then, I've run into that a couple times. I get this one part, man, I just use the crap out of it. And I go to order one after the third one I've ordered in 2 years, and I find out I can't get one anywhere. Something just happened to me. I don't remember what it was. I don't know what it was. Maybe it wasn't even for these cars. Maybe it was for my boat or something like that. But it was something that I've always just used, and it was just a badass product. It was better than anybody else, and not a lot of people knew about them. And then I went to go get them, and they were gone one day, and I had to transfer over to something else, which I made work. But I don't remember what it was. But that really sucks that they discontinued them.
What do you guys think of the single wheel wheelie bar Proline release?
No, you lose all your tuning ability.
I think single wheel's not going to be. Not that it can't work. I don't think it's going to be
Oh, what?
single
Proline.
wheel wheelie bar.
Proline came
release.
out with a new wheelie bar.
Okay, I'm not going to knock anybody's product. If somebody wants to buy a product, and here's my opinion on why you don't want to run a mono wheel, is what we call them. You got to think of a tricycle. Why did Honda discontinue the three-wheeler?
Honda Big Red.
3 points are just not as stable. You got to think, when this thing gets up, even if it doesn't come off the ground, the weight is transferred to the back of the car. Now, when it does and it's hitting on the wheelie bar, what you basically have now is a front-wheel drive car, because the two rear wheels are digging and going. You're not using your front wheels much, and you're on your two wheelie bars. Well, what happens if those two wheelie bar wheels that you're on 4 legs of the table with the rear tires, all of a sudden you have one wheel where you're going to be doing this stuff because you only got one wheel. So
they stopped making the Azetta.
for a heavy-hitting NPRC grudge car, I would not recommend a mono wheel. So if somebody wants to try them, there's a new product out there. I'm totally, do whatever you want, guys. As far as my opinion and what people should run or how I think they're going to work, I'm not even going to try a mono wheel because I know what the outcome's going to be. So,
Teddy Page. How's the dr10 class taking off? Question mark. We were thinking of starting one. The newcomers aren't so the newcomers aren't overwhelmed financially or technologically.
totally. And that's what we did with the Pro Spec class. Obviously, we know that when you change the gearing, like we said you could, on the DR10, and we finally got to the race where we ran them for the first time, the 12-turn car is absolutely no match for the DR10. The DR10 is 2 or 3 times as fast.
Yes, purchase of the car, plus another $10-15 for a couple spurs.
One thing I noticed, even with the best battery pack on the market, or one of them anyway, the higher you gear this thing and the faster it goes, the harder it's going to cog. I believe it is a sensorless setup, right? Well, that's why. That's why you don't have a sensor. So this thing is a lot faster than that, and therefore we got to split the class up to Pro Spec and Pro Spec DR10. But the more you gear this, make no mistake, you will cog with it. So
You thought I was sleeping on the tree.
Yeah, but buy that car and buy one.
Hunter's saying JPH Racing has a bunch on order, pre-order list already. What do we talk? Oh, we talking about the Proline Trinity. Yeah, I have 2 on that list. So what I've heard about the Proline Trinity, and don't quote me on this because I'm not working with Proline or anything like that. So it is going to be pretty much the same transmission, except for it has a different color motor mount. It has a molded-in piece that accepts a wheelie bar. I believe somebody told me that the removable block for the rear arms on the Proline is all one piece with the case now. And the drive on it, the external ratio where the pinion and the spur are on the outside of the transmission are going to be 32 pitch gears. So, which that can be changed, no big deal.
That's what I heard the other day.
And and I could be wrong. I don't know. This is stuff I'm hearing. I'm just trying to bring you guys the latest, greatest stuff that I've heard. But that's what I'm hearing out of Proline. So, or not from them, but through other people that may, be a little bit closer to Proline than I am. So, Eugene Bolton is watching. What's up, Eugene? Nathan Lentz. Gabe must have got off and come back on because now he's watching again. What's up, Gabe?
Well, we got another question.
Yeah.
Is there any talks or thoughts of modified or funny car class? Sorry if I exhausted.
Well,
here's new to the scene.
Well, here's a problem. So when we were running our Street Outlaw class for the last 3 years, you get there at 7 o'clock in the morning, you set up your pit, you do your practicing, you prep your car, racing starts. We go through 2 rounds of Street Eliminator and 4 rounds of list racing. And the end of the day comes about 1 or 2 o'clock, and it's cool because you still have the remainder of the afternoon. It's not nice. This last time around was the first time that we've ever added another class to our race, and even though there was only 16 people in it, and the whole round went 15 minutes for the two, a piece for the 2 rounds that we had of it, it added some length. We didn't get done till 4, so you got to imagine if we used to get done at 1:30ish, and this time we got done at 4. Just that one class with the stopping and starting of these 2 new class, or this, we were only running them one. We were running them together that day, this last weekend, and that added a couple more hours. So if you go run a funny car Traxxas class, there's another 2 hours, and then you go run this. Next thing you know, you're there till 8 at night. So, if other people in other areas want to run different classes, cool. You guys are running your own stuff, but. As far as starting something like that where we're at, that just probably isn't going to happen. We were trying to branch out and bring one other aspect. So we got our street outlaw cars we've been doing for almost 4 years, and then we got another class that we brought on that we know is going to be somewhat smaller, so it won't take too much more time, but it's still going to enable the small guy to get into it that doesn't have a bunch of money. And I wish everybody in the world had an RC car, dude. I mean, don't you guys?
Let's see, Gabe. Gabe says maybe next week I can come on the show. We can
Yay!
We can all talk about new pro stock class with a new DR10 and stock Traxxas stuff.
Do it.
Gabe said running the pro spec class was like trying to herd cats, but it was also the first time. So I hope next time will be better. Yeah, it will be. I think there's an aspect of it because there's a lot of kids running it. Oh, Mario Ballerini is watching. What's up, Mario? Mario's a good cat I've known years and years ago. What are we doing?
Damn, I must be at the top. I don't know how.
What do you
talk about hurting cats?
Oh no, why'd you do that?
I would send a truckload of Canada Dry ginger ale, but Dan would drink it all.
Someone would drink it, someone would have consumed it all.
A case of, or whatever he said.
So I would send a truckload of Canada Dry, but by the time Racehorse happened, someone would have consumed it all.
Dirt Oval, we run 8 classes. We start at 10 and ends at 5. Over 120 entries.
like my
Seem like you
DR10.
need to move your program along. Dan must be talking too much. They can't. Kevin said, "Night, boys. Thanks for all you do." Thanks, Kevin. Have a good night, man. Have a great weekend. Yeah, me and Kevin actually been chatting a lot lately. He's an officer. And I believe in New Jersey. God, I just can't imagine the crap they're going through right now. So, anybody who knows me knows that I support law enforcement. Always will, always have. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
Well, we're 74 people still watching.
Holy cow.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but my truck's parked over there. It's like a tree falling.
What the hell was that? What is that? Surely there's an explanation.
Here.
Scare him away a little bit.
Scare him away.
Where's my keys?
Oh. Didn't scare him.
They might be a raccoon or something.
Got an angry squirrel over there or something.
All right, guys.
Got any lights?
Camera action? What?
That's what I was saying. No need for 2 different spec classes. Just make a spec mode.
I do actually. Yeah, so let's go over it one more time real quick, guys, for the people that are still watching. We're not just running a pro spec class from now on. We're going to be running the pro spec, which is NPRC rule car. You don't have to run a wheelie bar if you don't want to. Nobody ever said you had to. It has a 12-turn Titan and an XL5 brush speed control from Traxxas to run it. And other than that, everything's the same. Body covers all 4 tires, rubber wheels, all 4 shocks, 2S battery. The DR10 class is still a 2S battery. Obviously, it's a stock DR10. You can change the body if you want to. You can change the rear tires. You can change the wheelie bar and the gearing. That's it. The car needs to be stock, gyro turned off, stock speed control, stock motor. But this is going to be the Pro Spec DR10 class. So, and it is going to be a faster class. It'll be fun because these cars like to pull wheelies, dude. That's going to... I love that.
Tony Cortez is now live with Daniel Judd
Nice.
and Randy. And
What's up,
Ricky.
Tony?
No,
And Tony Sr.?
He's live. He's making a video of something. Oh, he's driving his thing to a store.
He's got... Okay, so Tony
Side by
lives...
side.
Tony lives in Nevada, and Tony's got a Can-Am.
And he's on the road. Oh, nope, now he's off road.
He's getting it.
Let's see.
Probably how he gets to his house.
On the road again.
Dude, I tell you what.
You can road him out there.
Well, when we were in Vegas, my uncle, we went to my uncle's for dinner after one of the races. I think it was after the big race, and we went over there
He's
for dinner.
cruising
and
down the
he-
freeway.
His house is
Down the freeway.
Show the camera.
dude. Vegas is you just run from the cop to the case, I guess. I was at my uncle's house. We went to go get tortillas because we had tacos.
So he's on a
I
can.
literally got
Dude, he's
the-
passing.
Rode down the fucking sidewalk to the grocery store. He's like,
80
all the time. No,
85,
Go
80,
in the back to put your stuff in it.
Hey.
Keep going.
88 miles an hour right now.
Be careful, Tony. Oh, Tony can hear us. We're watching him. What am I thinking? That's so awesome.
He can,
Dude, he's like on the highway passing cars and shit.
there's nobody out there.
Teddy Page is watching. What's up, Jason Sullivan? Jordan Yancey. It's like Jordan Yancey's in the mood to get another shark body. Dude, message him and say, hey, be careful, dude. Oh yeah, they want out hard, dude.
It's like a motorcycle.
Crossing the Del Yellow.
Message the video and just say, dude, be careful. That dude just got his hand put back together from changing out a strut spring. I mean, I've heard it for 25 years being a mechanic, but I've never seen somebody rip their hand in half doing it. And Tony did, and tonight he's doing 90 on the freeway in his Can-Am. Awesome, Tony. Tony Sr., control your child. No, he's a good kid. Tony's a good kid. I don't want to see him get hurt, man. And I know I just got rid of my Razor for the money to help buy my new F-150. I just bought a 2019 4x4 with a Coyote in it, and I got rid of my Razor, and I know how soft those things are on the street. And you turn them and they sway. I mean, it's the wind's Delta's no problem. That's what we need to do. That's the next hand we need to go slap is go on a Delta. Be like, hey, we're your neighbors, 707.
Right.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
Hi.
Your eyebrows are blue.
Oh, okay.
That's our little way of.
Communicating on the show.
Communicating.
Yeah. So,
Could you tell by my eyes what I'm telling you?
what's up, Michael Payne?
How would you see
Damn.
an LCG chassis?
We're almost done, girls.
transmission? You
Say
can
what?
have an LCG transmission and or LCG chassis and transmission. You can have if you want to build a car for the street.
That'd be cool. Throw that into the raffle too. I got a bunch of old bodies, and
Can you tell me?
it might not be a perfect car, but it'll be a good race car. Just one more thing to raffle off, something to
Somebody will
generate
have a race car.
something to generate more money for the St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So
I mean, I haven't had anything negative.
we can't not.
I haven't had anything negative.
We can't not be in the association.
Yeah, I mean,
You know
I
what
haven't
I'm
had
saying?
anything
Yeah.
negative with that. So
Done. So yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and wrap it up then for the night, guys. Like I said, we're splitting this Pro Spec class up between Pro Spec and Pro Spec DR10. You gear this thing up, it's just too fast.
I am
So-
amazed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Night and day.
luckily the guys that did have them geared up and that would have mollywalked the kids kind of looked the other way when the light turned green because they knew their cars were fast and they were good sports about it. Which my hat is off to them. Thank you very much. That made, yeah. Thank you.
New
Thank you.
man. New chassis and trans.
Wait, what happened?
It's a new chassis and trans.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so who is that? Who's saying that?
Pete Catelli?
Oh,
Pete Catelli is
He's out of
saying.
Pacifica.
Pete Catelli's got a. I don't know why I'm not getting the same feed you guys are.
Ricky. Yeah, you are. Just slower.
He's the one that
It freezes up
messaged
for a
about
minute.
opening up the garage. He came up to my house a couple
Okay.
weeks ago and I helped him with his Black
Oh
Widow.
yeah. Okay. So Pete Catelli is going to donate a transmission and a chassis to start a build, and maybe we will take some other parts and get a whether it's a roller or a full running car or whatever. We'll throw a body on it. I have a lot of bodies that I'm not using no more that are really like brand new shape.
I got news,
Yeah, so that'll be another thing we'll throw in the raffle.
too. And my pasta.
John, you have a great night too.
And my pasta. He said he makes some killer pasta.
I don't
Okay.
know what that was.
Okay. So let's sign off, guys. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat
I
channel.
won't be here next week.
No, where will you be?
I'll be in Oregon.
You'll be in Oregon. Oh, be
He's going to a
I'm going
wedding.
to a
Are
wedding. Yeah.
Is it your wedding?
No.
Are you gonna be the one in the back going, "Hey, just don't do it"? No. Yes, you don't want to bring me to your wedding. I've been divorced twice, so.
That's the
Okay,
that's
over
the
and
3rd of
out.
July too.
So anyway, guys,
Yeah, it's 4th of July weekend, too.
Yeah.
we'll see you guys, me and you, Ricky, next week.
And Gabe.
And Gabe,
Gabe.
we'll have
Gabe's
Gabe
coming
on.
on.
Yeah, Gabe, we'd love to have you on next week. You know, at the beginning of this video, you guys saw us go out front and run the cars. You've seen, you know, the difference between the cars and why we're splitting it up. And I don't think anybody's gonna have a problem with it because it's just not a fair matchup. So this car's much more faster than this one. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys tonight. I will come up with some actual tech talk for next Friday. We'll dive into something technical and. Yeah, have a great week. God bless all the members of law enforcement, you know, fire and medical. God bless America. I love America. I'm proud to be an American, and we're very, very fortunate for the friends that we have, and the family that we have, and the health that we have, and the toys that we have, and all of our viewers like you. So we love you guys.
Hasta.
Also, there's a July 11th. There's a race in Reno, a no prep race.
Okay.
They're trying
Let's
to gear
go.
up. Yeah, they're trying to gear up to be
didn't
pretty
see-
big for their first one out there. I think.
I didn't see any rules posted.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
That's
their
not
first
next
one out
weekend.
there.
It's the following
The
weekend.
following weekend, yes.
Let's go.
I got my room ready.
Yeah. Oh, do you really?
Silver Lacey.
Can I sleep in my truck in front of it?
Yeah, out in
Okay.
the parking garage.
Why didn't you tell me you were going to book a room?
It was kind of a spur of the moment thing today.
Oh. Well, I'll have to do
All right.
something.
Okay, girls.
Later, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night out in Facebook world, and we'll see you really soon. Have fun.